that a developing country must own its path to development.
United Nations members meet to assess Millennium Development Goals. On Monday, September 20th, leaders of 140 member states convened for a 3-day summit in New York, USA, where they discussed advancements towards the 8 Millennium Development Goals established a decade ago to reduce poverty, hunger and disease while increasing education and protecting the environment. Opening the meeting, UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon expressed the importance of continuing to strive for the goals, calling for renewed efforts to meet the milestones by their originally set date of 2015.
So what are we asking of you today? To stay true to our identity as an international community, built on a foundation of solidarity, to our commitment to end the dehumanizing conditions of extreme poverty.
In discussions throughout the summit, focus was placed on both accomplishments as well as areas where further efforts are needed.
For example, the Millennium Development Goal of reducing extreme poverty by half is well on its way to being attained, according to sources such as the World Bank. However, although it was noted that economic conditions this year could reduce the world's hunger to less than the 1 billion plus reported in 2009, this does not lessen the dire predicaments experienced by people in places like Africa and Latin America, where prolonged droughts combined with flooding have left millions in need of emergency aid.
UN World Food Programme head Josette Sharon said that the elimination of hunger should be at the top of the global agenda. As she stated, "We know what to do, but we have to do it, and we have to do it vigorously. There's nothing more basic than hunger."
In the realm of education, some countries had remarkable achievements, and the goal of eliminating gender inequality in primary and secondary education is also seeing advancements across the globe.
I love to study, and my family supports me, which I think is very important.
Turkey, for example, announced that 100% of the nation's children are now attending primary school. Meanwhile, Her Majesty Queen Rania of Jordan highlighted the key importance of education as a Millennium Development Goal, along with a young spokesperson who appealed for its worldwide availability.
Education doesn't just beat poverty. It beats disease. It beats inequality. And for girls, education is nothing less than a lifesaver from stigmatism, insecurity, and violence. It's the issue that cuts across all others.
Please help. As politicians, you have had an opportunity to go to school. Now you are here and meeting at the UN. Please make sure that 69 million children get the chance to go to school.
The UN Environment Programme, or UNEP, offered a new report on the importance of sustainable living to achieving Millennium Development Goals. UNEP Chief Achim Steiner highlighted the examples of many countries, including Costa Rica, Nepal, Uganda and the Brazilian city of Curitiba, which have improved people's livelihoods and general well-being by implementing sustainable policies that are good for the environment.
Concluding on a note of optimism as well as determination, closing statements were made by leaders such as U.S. President Barack Obama, China's Premier Wen Jiabao, and Japanese Prime Minister Nato Kan. They affirmed the attainability of the Millennium Development Goals, just as Spain's president had spoken of how such a future would benefit all.
Nada puede hacernos avanzar más como seres humanos que conseguir que no haya un solo ser humano que muera de miseria y de pobreza extrema.
Also announced was a pledge from global donors of $40 billion over the next 5 years to support the Millennium Development Goal of reducing infant and maternal mortality. This initiative is part of UN Secretary-General Ban's endeavors to advance certain goals towards greater progress.
Our respectful thanks and accolades, United Nations and all decision-makers present at this important meeting. May your continued efforts, along with those of nations, organizations and individuals worldwide, bring ever more improvement to the lives of the most vulnerable for the benefit of societies across the globe.
That on its path, it chose not to be led astray by conventional development practices. Having pondered the meaning